started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Under fire. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass, it's Duke. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
3rd and long situation. We're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense.
certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Finds his man. It's Samuel. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet. And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dropping back, it's Duke. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking.
Turning it on. Oh, the sweeps. Made him miss again. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fires to the right. Finds his man open. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense. Bottles him up.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Nickel. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. And an explosive play gets this offense working.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Quickly complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Plows through the defense. At the 35, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Nickel. It's complete to the left. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Shakes off the defender. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Villa. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one in the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking deep down the right side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miami! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and get you a stop, but this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UMass has had almost no answers today, and when they have had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Amherst. They're trailing by 17 to Mississippi State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's second and long. To the air. It's Duke. Throws to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU
Breaks into the open. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
From the gun, the running back has it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. LSU right back to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
LSU trying to convert a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. Keeps looking downfield. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Scanning the field, it's Nickel. He lost one down the sideline. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Holds and fires complete to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. The give. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Canes will call on their punt team. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Miami.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Back to throw, it's Nickel. Oh, they're after him. On target to the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Gonna look downfield again. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw. It's Duke. Here comes the Heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The give from the gun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Duke. Snags it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw, it's Duke. Gets it out quickly. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Of 11. First down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. He'll pull it down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. There's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Incomplete behind. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
A really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the stick. react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Hurricanes send out the punt.